Hey y'all, Matt. Massive beers and the echoey, not done she shed. Beer review time. Did not work in the she shed today. I actually worked outside doing a bunch of electrical stuff, and but I am done for the day, and I have a little bit of time left over. And there's so much stuff made of sap in this goddamn barn that I just get sap all over my goddamn hands all the time, and it's super annoying. Where this came from, I have no idea. But we're gonna do a beer review. Actually, we're gonna do two beer reviews. We're gonna do side by side. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. Yeah, Ecliptic Brewing. It's their Japanese style rice lager base, one with Jasmine. I got these yesterday. Ecliptic sends off stuff quite often. To the point with my new beer review schedule, it's a bit of a chore to keep up. So I have a couple of them floating in my fridge. I probably should have reviewed one of those because I think one's an IPA and there's something else floating in there. But honestly, I'm in the mood for a rice lager. This is a fun little side by side. Twofer. We call it a twofer. 2-for-1. So let's dive into it. For the base, it says here, the 2020 Ecliptic Brewing Moon Room Series is all ode to all things lager beer. Brewed with rice for a light body and a dry finish, this pale lager is a crisp as it is delicate. Japanese style rice lager, 4.8%. On this one over here, it says, brewed with rice for a light body finishes lager is crisp as it is delicate and finished with jasmine for a floral infused essence, 4.8%. Didn't expect to have a different ABV on there. You know, Ecliptic does the whole space theme thing. I can get down with it. So, kind of diamond shape base, brown shape lager. That reminds me of something. Diamond shape base, round face lager. Or round face Jasmine, I should say. It's you've seen what's that? Jane Silent Bob Strikes Back when lemon face, was it lion face? Lemon face. When they're doing that thing, and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck when they're doing a blunt man thing or whatever. God, I can't believe that's what I thought of. Jesus Christ. So. These are not going to pour the same because I am the best at pouring everything. And let's see, I'm out of my own. I'm not going to. How about that? This is a light that just fell. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to review on. Man, I'm sitting in beer. There's beer everywhere. Yeah, whatever. Here you go. Massive light falling from the ceiling and screwing everything up reviews. We're going to keep going. Might as well. Why not? Just shit's everywhere. So, we'll pour a little bit more of the base in there. I'm so good at everything. I can't believe I caught that too. I'm going to have to go back and watch this because this is going to be one of my favorite reviews I've ever done. Oh, I'm sitting in so much beer. Anyway, Captain Lawrence, baby. I can't believe that just happened. I can smell lager everywhere because it's coating me. It's got a nice aromatic on my shirt. It's got nice soaking characteristics in this chair. The clarity on the floor is quite nice, but in all reality, I mean, it looks all the parts of lager. I mean, they're not really going to look any different, I don't think. Because they're pretty much rice lager. Jasmine really isn't going to add anything as far as a difference, maybe a slight color variance. But I mean, actually, if I'm going to really get nitpicky, maybe a subtle bit of haze variance. But I think it's more the glass shade than anything else. So it looks the part for a rice lager. Let's get the base. There's something in there, like a lemongrassy component to it. Maybe that's the kind of rice they brought to the table, or even just the hops. I don't think it's a yeast phenolic. I think it's more of just some of a grain or some kind of base is really what is bringing that to there. So there's this kind of lemony, kind of lemongrassy kind of vibe to it. It's got a nice crispness, a nice brightness. Let's get over here. I mean, the floral characteristics over here, definitely present. Because that lemony thing over here, it kind of is over here, but I think with the way that kind of the jasmine kind of adds this floral component, it doesn't necessarily kind of beat down the lemony kind of component that I get over in this one, which is a predominant kind of thing going on. I think it's more, it just kind of evens the score. So you do get a soft little lemon characteristic over here. You just have that kind of jasmine kind of taking that more floral, generic floral. It's not really like a big jasmine kind of thing. Not that jasmine's like an overly kind of like over the top kind of punch you in the face kind of floral thing. It's not like what's the one my wife loves and a lot of people love and I don't like at all? The flower. God damn it, lavender. Yeah, not a big fan of lavender. It's not like a big aggressive kind of lavender thing. It's more of kind of just an elevated, more kind of floral note that might be there kind of anyway. But since it is, it's jasmine, it just kind of makes sense that that's what's going on. So super crisp, super clean, comes off as a really light, tight kind of lager. Lemon characteristics over here, floral lemon over here. Let's dive in. Cheers. It's a big nutty thing on this one. I like that a lot, actually. There's a big nutty characteristic, that lemon lime kind of characteristic that is in there in the nose. Definitely comes from the taste when you get that nutty kind of ness to it. And it has to be a rice. I understand you're like, it's rice, it's not nuts, but there is this nutty characteristic to it. I know it's not going to be an all rice lager. I assume there's more than just rice in here, so maybe it is a grain component, but it really is this kind of cool, kind of bright, kind of like cashewy kind of nuttiness in combination with that like softer than what the nose leads you to believe, kind of lemony kind of characteristic. And it comes off as a really crisp, really clean, really chuggable lager. I'm having a hard time thinking these are the same beer with, no, it's there. Because I'm like, the jasmine just kind of takes over everything. After you actually swallow, let it go a little bit, it does have that kind of nutty, kind of cashewy kind of characteristic with that lemoniness, but it really is that kind of, that jasmine kind of driving the boat here, driving the car, whatever you want to say. But I have to reiterate, it's none of this is overly aggressive. It's what you come to expect or what you want to expect from a low ABV kind of rice lager. I can't believe that light fell. I don't even know why it would fall. It's been up there for weeks up there. That's weird. I'm not like shaking anything. Bizarro. Anyway, I think these are delicious. This is the kind of stuff that I want to drink. You know, I'm a lager guy through and through. My hat keeps coming down. I always buy like a hat that's way too big. I don't know why. Yeah, I just like my hats to kind of float on me, which doesn't make kind of sense because then, you know, you're out in the wind, your hat goes flying off. Those kind of things. I just like my hats to float, and this one just won't stay put. It's brand new and I just got it. But yeah, I think these are really, really cool, really, really fun, and really subtly pretty different in the way they kind of show. The way that kind of jasmine is really starting to show, but in a very subtle way. While the omission of that brings out that bigger, more lemony-like kind of characteristic from the rice, the malt, and or those kind of hops. I think these are delicious. I mean, listen, you know, I'm soaked in it. I'm kind of living in this lager life. And I'm not hating it, man. These are really, really good. You know, I've said this several times, you know, when it comes to Ecliptic, I dig what they do. They're not all, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not perfect all the time, you know, so there's hits and misses when it comes to Ecliptic. I'll tell you what, man, when they do a lot of collabs with the like yeast forward based breweries, or more specifically when they do like something outside of like a stout hazy realm, not that they don't make good stouts and hazies, when they do stuff like this and lagers and stuff, man, I think that's kind of where they really shine. And these are probably two of the best ones I've ever had. There's a couple I'd probably put above this, you know, that Russian River Collab, whatever. But as far as drinkable stuff you want to chug, you know, in a very tasty, but again, a very different way, you're gonna be hard pressed to find something much better than this in that kind of rice lager kind of world. Yeah, Mount Rushmore status up there, rice lagers. It is. As of late, I mean, just really tasty stuff. Value availability on these, I don't know. They send little kind of press sheets when they send these off. I never read them because I don't want to know about the beer before I go into them, so I'll never know. And I'll tell you what, it wears well too. I can feel the warmth of the rice lager just going through my soul. And that's a very good thing. This is the best review ever. Anyway, there you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let's talk about Ecliptic. What are your experiences with them? Have you had any stellar beers from them? Or are there beers that you really, really do dig? Do you drink them on a reg? Have you had these beers specifically? Let's have that conversation down there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're soaked in beer right now. And hope we'll see you next time. Cheers, y'all. Oh, Kuvi. Did I do the Kuvi? What am I saying? I'm worried about spilling it too. That's the best part. Cheers. I like them separate. Cheers, y'all.